Hello everybody, this is Sunny from Tech Lab. I'm coming back at you with another tutorial. This one, I want to show you how you can configure a new router or a router that you already have. This is, I guess, my way of doing it, but I think it's easy and you should be able to follow it in a few steps. Okay, first off, you want to grab the router. You want to connect to it, to your power source. And you want to find the network cable that you use to connect the router to the computer. The connection that you want to do is numbered from 1 to 4. You can make a connection, any one of those ports that works for you. This is an Ethernet cable, by the way. An Ethernet cable looks kind of like a telephone wire. It's definitely thicker and bigger, however, and it's the only wire that's going to fit in the router. So if it doesn't fit, don't force it. But so I'm going to go ahead and make that connection to my computer now. Once you have the connection made, you want to go and click on the Start menu in your computer, and type in the letters CMD and hit enter. If you're running XP or Vista, you want to choose the Run command in the menu and type in the letters CMD. And you should still see a black box. And in the black box, you want to type in the word ipconfig, like so. And after you type in the ipconfig, you should see the line that says default gateway. In the default gateway, there should be a set of 4 numbers separated by dots. And here I'm seeing the number being 192.168.1.1. This is a number that you want to remember because you want to enter that number on a on the address bar of a browser, or you know, I guess if you want to write it down, that's totally cool. So just so you have the number handy. So I'm going to go ahead and now click on the Chrome browser, and I'm going to type in the numbers that I saw as the default gateway. In this case, I actually already have it saved and cached in the browser address, but I'm going to go ahead and type it in anyway, just to show you. Okay, so once the IP address is typed in the browser address bar, you'll see a login menu. In this case, it says authentication required. The server 192.168.1.1:80 at WRT120N requires a username and password. This simply tells you that there is a username and password to get into your router, and it's called WRT120N. Of course, that's the name of the router. By default, the a Linksys router has the username admin and password admin, but other manufacturers have their way of making a login and password. You can look that up online, or you can try a couple of guesses. I know D-Link uses admin as their username and password as password, or that you can leave it blank. There are only several ways that manufacturers have done as far as the default gateway. And in some cases, if it's never been configured, it may just let you in completely without having to enter a password. So I'm going to go ahead and log in now after the long-winded explanation. I'm going to go ahead and type in the basic wireless setting, in the basic settings. There are some things that you can definitely change here, but I'm not going to for the sake of this example of this configuration, because it's just not required, or it's not really necessary for one to simply configure a wireless connection with a password. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and just skip right over to wireless. And what you're interested in doing is simply changing the wireless security, you can click on the wireless security and change the security. But if you're interested in changing the name of the wireless connection, you can call it my Wi-Fi. In this case, I call it my Wi-Fi. But you can simply call it whatever name that you like. And when you are looking for your wireless connection, that name, of course, will just appear. In this case, it appeared on my wireless manager. My Wi-Fi is the router that I have configured. But since I'm showing you how to configure it, I'm just going to call it something different now. I'm going to call it my new Wi-Fi. How's that? And I'm going to hit Save Settings. And I'm going to go ahead and click on Wireless Security. From all the methods that I found from experiences, WPA Personal is definitely secure, and it's definitely really backwards compatible. So if I were you, I would stick with WPA Personal as far as the security method or security mode, however you want to call it. And the password, passphrase, you want to have at least an 8-character long password, be it letters and numbers, or better yet, letters and numbers combined in combination, or combine it with a special character such as a $, or whatever you like as far as your password. Just so something that the main thing is you want to make sure that you remember the password, or that you have a way of recording your password so that it is not forgotten the minute that you created it. So in this case, I'm just going to leave it simple. I'm going to call it my name 1234. I'm going to call it and I'm going to save the settings that I've just changed. And so here I've already showed you how to configure your wireless router with a custom name that you want to call it, and a method of which you want to encode the password and the password itself. So at this point, the router is pretty much set up, and so you can now disconnect the cable, the Ethernet cable, from your computer to the router. So now the router is simply powered, and it's configured for a wireless setting, wireless configuration that you've just made. In order to connect it on your computer, simply use the wireless manager that comes along with Windows XP or Vista or 7, and you want to look for the name that you just called it. We've called it my new Wi-Fi, so I'm going to go ahead and select that, hit connect, and right away it asks you for a security key. And the security key is the passphrase that I've created, which is called Sunny1234. Hit OK when you're done with your password. Voila, so it's actually connected at this point. And Windows 7 asks you what sort of a connection it is, whether it's home connection, working connection, or a public connection. You can choose one of the three. I usually, if I'm at home and it's my router, not out and about, I would pick home connection or work connection, whichever way you prefer, and hit close. So now your router is connected wirelessly to your laptop or computer, and if you, of course, would like to get on the internet, at this point you want to connect the modem that you are provided from your ISP, your internet service provider, be it Comcast, be it DSL, Quest. We're in Seattle, so those are the providers that we have. Verizon is also coming along, but I think they have the Fios coming along. So, but actually, I think even with the Fios, the router would still apply. The connection should still be the internet connection, and not any of the ports numbered 1 to 4. So once you made the connection, maybe you want to give it a few seconds here and there, and you should be able to get on the internet from there on. Okay, so thanks for watching. My name is Sunny, and I'm with Tech Lab.